Hello and welcome back to FTL. Alright, let's head to the store. Okay, we could do with getting that. I'm gonna sell the casing because I don't need it that much. Frankly, I need the scrap, it gives me more. Because I want a clone bay. Could potentially have done with an ion weapon, but that's a really pricey one. So I think I'm just going to settle with buying a bunch of fuel. And then getting the hell out of here. Nearby space station hails you. Your arrival was most fortuitous. We came across some extra drones. Yeah, I do not need drones, thank you. You may have noticed I don't tend to use drones very much because I don't like them. I don't like the fact that you can't sort of target them as a specific thing very well. Get to the exit beacon, yep. Okay then, let's head through there. Okay. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. Without functioning sensors, it's impossible to tell what's inside. We had to use our stealth to access it. And we successfully sneak by the ship and access the station. And there we found a little bit of scrap and a drone schematic. Okay. Let's jump to this distress call. Really need to upgrade the shields at some point. Find a number of ships fleeing from a small space station. You hail them to ask what's wrong. Help! We're being overrun by some sort of giant alien spiders! Send the crew to help because giant alien spiders are no joke. Your crew boards the station, cautiously moving between corridors, and suddenly a man-sized arachnid bursts from a vent in the ceiling, followed by countless more. You fight your way back to the airlock and are forced to leave before accounting for all your crew members. It looks like not everyone made it back. Oh dear, one of our crew died. You take a hopeful trip to the clone bay, and to your relief a clone is already prepared for the lost crew member. And this is why I buy the clone bay. He's lost a little bit of his engineering skill, but he didn't have that much to begin with, so... Okay, let's attempt to access this cache with our cloaking. The ship patrols a wide area, successfully approaching the station while avoiding detection. Good. Ooh, breach bomb. Yeah, I don't like bombs. I don't find them very useful, personally. It's the same way I'm not a massive fan of missile weapons. Alright, let's risk exploring it. Oh, god damn it. Get our rock crew member in there to help fight the fire. That's pretty much what rock crew members are designed to do, because they are completely immune to fire. Because they're made of rock. Sorry. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. The satellite defense system has gone haywire, and the repair crew can't approach without being fired on. They're looking for help to fix or disable it. Let's promise to help. Okay, consider your options. Well, let's remotely repair its targeting system, but with the aid of our NG. Your crew member is able to remotely fix the glitch in the defense AI, allowing the repair crew to close in and finish the job. And the station gives you its thanks, along with a reward. Fantastic. Shields to rank 2, please. And of course there's a store right after I've spent a bunch of scrap upgrading the ship. You receive a request. All of our military ships have been destroyed or damaged during the rebellion. However, there have been reports of a Mantis war camp only a few jumps from us. I'll pledge to do what I can. However, this is a weird one. I've never yet managed to successfully complete that quest. Because whenever I get there, it's always, oh, nope, it's too big, there's nothing you can do. And there's never I've yet to see a blue option for how you counter it. Find yourself surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels and apparently have valuable stuff to sell. Could do with that. Scrap recovery arms can be quite useful because they do give you, extra scrap. Let's do that, let's buy some fuel. So let's go to there, up to the quest, down to the store, and away. Okay. We jumping over a system we've already been to, which is annoying, but it's not too bad. Mining base in a nearby planet, long since abandoned with no life signs detected. Okay. Yep. You find the Mantis encampment. There are far too many of them to count accurately. You send long-range messages back to the settlement with your findings. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do. It'd be suicide to attack directly. Well, let's get out of here. As you try to leave, a patrol spots you, and wailing sirens begin to blare around the camp as the ship moves to attack. Yep, that's pretty much what usually happens when you attempt to do this quest. Incoming missiles. Okay, hit their shields, then their bridge, then their door systems, then their weapons bay. Fire! In fact, set to auto fire. I don't think I've shown you the auto fire button. Basically means that until you tell it to stop doing it, it'll repeat whatever fire commands you gave it previously. It's quite useful if you've got something like a Gatling laser, which can fire very, very quickly. In fact, it gets to the point when it's fully charged that it basically has a 1 second interval between firing. So it's much easier to turn on auto fire and just let it hit the enemy constantly. With the patrol ship destroyed, you hasten to leave. It won't be long before the other ships catch up to you. Yeah. As I'm assuming there's probably a way to do, to achieve some sort of victory with that one, but I don't know what it is. Let's head to the store. Nothing I need here, unfortunately. Apart from more fuel. Okay, we've got time to jump to there and then to the exit. It's going to be close. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking... Oh, but it's got no shields. My favourite kind of battle. Well, when I'm up with the blade beam, anyway. An enemy with no shields. Slice them apart. Just get the angle. Just there we go. I think that'll hit all 4 rooms. I love how powerful the glade beam is. Salvage what we can. The outpost hails you after the scout has been destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by these scouts. Take this on the house. Why, thank you. I will. Okay, let's search among the stores to see if anyone will sell to us. Excellent. You search for a friendly marketplace. Yields no results. But after a time, a small shuttle approaches. They release some supplies in your direction with the message, we're not all friends of the rebel fleet. Stay strong. Yeah, you got some decent stuffer there. Should we head to the... Yeah, screw it. Let's head to the stronghold. Ooh, what's that one? I honestly don't know. I'll have to look it up. Once the Federation forces were scattered, the rebels came down hard on the locals here. Between the tax collectors and military bases, the rebel presence in this sector is high. Curious. Nope, it's one of the general achievements. I'll have to look it up at the end. That's okay. And start heading in. A small rebel ship is docked at a small station, and you attempt to lay low, but it spots you. Time to power up the weapons. And it's got a bloody hacking. Nope, it's a bloody boarding drone. I hate those things. They are really rather obnoxious. Okay, let's hit that drone control. Ah, hell. Get in there now. Get the glade beam operating at maximum. Get him out of there. Okay, get that hull bridge fixed up. I get back to stations. Okay. Nope, cloak. Another goddamn boarding. I hate boarding drones. They're obnoxious to fight. It's not really that dangerous to your ship, but they can be an absolute menace to your crew. Oh, hell. Let's accept their offer of surrender. Now you, get in there and get that hull bridge patched up quickly. Okay, good job. Okay. I feel like I probably should be spending some of this scrap I've been saving up. Alright, you follow the distress beacon to a tiny asteroid belt and find a small ship struggling to maneuver through the field. Hail them to offer assistance. Let's try to shield them with our ship. You try your best, but one stray rock hits a key structure in their ship, and it breaks apart in front of your eyes. You salvage what you can before leaving, and you try not to think about the lost crew. Well, that's a depressing one. Well, let's upgrade the engines. And put another point in the clone base so everybody heals faster. You detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost, and their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. To intervene, a rebel responds to your threat. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. And they move to engage. Goddamn boarding drones. They are really boarding drone happy at the moment. Which is kind of irksome. Okay, and the cloaking bay is annoying, but I can tolerate it. Oh, that's not good. You get in there, fix it fast. Oh god. Somebody with health. You and you. Okay, good. Everybody back to stations. Okay, it's going to try and get through that door, and it'll probably succeed. Alright, get him out of there. You, yeah, it's gotta be you. You're the only one with that goddamn health. Oh, crew's gonna die at this rate if I'm not careful. Fuck it. Nope. Somebody needs to distract him long enough for, Thank you. Blade being fired. Right, okay. And they offered us some scrap as payment. Why, thank you. Okay, let's upgrade the clone bay to maximum, I think. Okay, you, and you go and fix the cloak. Okay, the hole in the hull's patched up. Get out of there for the moment. Until it's... There we go. As that bloody 8 boarding drones. They're annoying little gits. Alright, everybody back to stations. And your ship is hailed. We found you at last! Oh, bollocks. We can't win this fight. We don't have the firepower. They've got 3 shields. Our glaive beam is useless. All we can do at this point is wait for the FTL to charge and get the hell out of here. I was hoping to have additional firepower by now. As I say, glaive beams, very powerful weapons. Useless against anything with decent shields. I demonstrate? Nada. Let's get the hell out of here and jump to that store. We arrived at a small station that's putting out wideband broadcast on black market channels. Oh, bugger. Nothing I need. Let's just heal the ship up. I suspect we're about to start running into a lot of problems. Yep. It's another scout, and it's one I cannot defeat. All I can do is dodge their missile attacks as best I can. Like that. I mean, with a 95% chance to dodge with the cloak up, we'd be, you know, we're okay, but... still a problem if we can't actually win any engagements. Hell out of here. Long-range jump beacon. Sensors pick up a refugee ship drifting through the system. No doubt one of many fleeing the rebel advance. Doesn't appear to have detected you, or else it might be trying to avoid notice. Let's hail them. And there's a pirate ship who's using it as bait, and of course, it's got 3 shields. Yeah, we're gonna lose this run, guys. I can tell you that for nothing. I will happily tell you that for absolutely nothing. That's the problem. Ultimate firepower, completely blooming useless. That's actually a problem with a lot of the mods for this game, because a lot of them mod in things like Starfleet ships, for example. Yeah, I've seen a decent one for the USS Enterprise E, which is the Sovereign class ship from First Contact onwards. And the problem is it gives you beam weapons and missiles, effectively meaning, you know, phasers and photon torpedoes. Yeah, which actually isn't a very helpful build. Great, we've got no choice but to go near a pulsar. Fan-flaming-tastic. A rebel captain appears on the screen. I thought we'd been doomed to backwater assignments. This is my chance to get back in command's good graces. Charge weapons. Oh, God. Nothing but fights we're having to run away from. Which means we're not picking up much scrap, which means we're not going to have the opportunity to upgrade the ship. Which means we're completely boned. Still, he who fights and runs away. Jump to that nebula. Maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, come on! All I'm doing at the moment is an exercise in running away. Oh great, now I can't even run effectively. If they concentrated their fire, they could do a lot of damage. Thankfully, they're not that smart. I'm not picking up fuel, I'm not picking up scrap. We're dead. We're totally dead. Knowing my luck, I'll run out of fuel and then end up in a stalemate fight with an enemy who doesn't have enough firepower to kill me. But I can't damage him either. The hell was that? Oh, there was a noise outside. I'm not sure if it was a dog that sounded like a horn or a horn that sounded like a dog. Whatever. You arrived to find a ship floating amongst some debris. Hello! Our impulse drives are shot and we can't jump. Could you give us some fuel? Yeah, sorry. Got knee fuel. We understand. Please send help our way if you meet anyone trustworthy. Distress beacon on. A refugee ship fleeing from the rebel advances enters the system, and having picked up your distress beacon, while it doesn't have much fuel to spare, its hull looks damaged. It's in bad need of scrap and is willing to trade fuel for it. Well, we could trade them, or we could negotiate a better deal with our NG, so let's do that. Your NG analyses the scans of the extensive damage to their hull, calculating the potential repair costs. The refugees grumble and protest, but in the end they admit that their need for repairs is greater than their fuel surplus, and they offer a better trade. Thank you. That was actually a really good fuel-based event. Oh god. Oh god. There are a few more zealous in their customs checks than the Zoltan, and a team of border police beam on board. There's a little confusion over your weapons licenses. Things escalate rapidly from heated discussion to gunfire. Bloomin' marvellous. Okay, get in there and help. If our clone bay goes offline, we're in trouble. Problem is, NG's bloody seriously? Oh god. Yeah, Zoltan blooming well explode when they die. At least they didn't damage our clone bay too much. So yeah, we can lance through their super shield, but we can't get through their proper shields. Time to go. Go to a quiet, uninhabited system. You arrive at a Zoltan research facility, and they say they are researching the genetic distortion due to stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel. The Ascria crew has time to undergo a few scans. Yeah, sure. Your crew calmly lines up for the Zoltans to take their readings, and after a short time, the process is done. They contact you, and thank you for your participation in their study. Please accept these small cakes made from stiff dough, as well as some scrap. Why, thank you. Don't know about the rest of it, but the scrap is quite useful. Right, you get in there and fix that. You get in there and fix that. You go help him. Ah, boy. I hope you all appreciate how totally doomed I am at this point. I'll freely admit, this is one of the more difficult ships to do with. If you get lucky and get some additional firepower early on, it can be pretty decent, but you do have to get really quite lucky. And I know, I shouldn't have flogged the ion cannon I had earlier. Benefit of hindsight. Oh boy. Okay. That cloak should last us until the FTL's fully charged, I think. Maybe, not sure. Might be cutting it fine. Good, get us out of here. You arrive at the long-range jump beacon, and when the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. You pick up an automated message from a nearby space station. There appears to be a local shipwright that can perform emergency work on military ships. Let's inquire about the speciality. Yeah, let's upgrade our reactor for some scrap. It's cheaper than doing it ourselves, which I like that they did that. Let's head through pirate-controlled space. A few Federation-friendly planets still exist in this sector, but they're constantly under attack by pirate raids. This is a dangerous sector, so be careful. Let's just try and avoid a fight for as long as possible. The only thing within scanning range is an old abandoned mining structure and a resupply station. They appear to have been picked clean by marauders. Wonderful. Now let's negotiate. Same deal as before, so let's negotiate a better trade and accept it. Now these guys are probably going to have 3-pointed bloody shields as well, aren't they? God. And a cloak. And a Purse Laser Mark III. And Hermes missiles. So at this point it might be kinder to just sit here and let them blow me up. Vent the Vent the cloaking bay, let's get that fire out. Oh, God. Very close to a sun or an asteroid field. At least then it might knock the enemy shields down enough for me to... And they've got a bloody mind control, great. Because of course they do. I'm gonna have to time this just right. Okay. Nope. Need their shields to take damage from an asteroid. Wait for it. Wait for it. There. Okay, let's reduce the effectiveness of their shields. You get in there and deal with that fire. If we can wait for them to take another hit from an asteroid, we can do a lot of damage. There, perfect. Okay, that makes their shields a lot less useful. We can get the kill. For the first time in, in like half a dozen fights, we can actually kill something. Unless it hits us with another missile, then we're boned. Oh god, oh god, oh god, please don't hit. God damn it. Yep. One last explosion marks your face as your fate as your ship is torn apart. So what was that double S? There it is, new. Just getting started. Get to set 5 on normal. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. And yes, I have unlocked most of them. Have a single boarding drone kill 4 crew members on one ship. No idea how you're meant to achieve that, short of badly weakening everybody else first, but... Anyway. So, yeah. That could have gone better. Still, that's the joy of playing FTL. You'd never know if you're actually going to make it to the end or not. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.